We often imagine that the spiritual life begins somewhere else, after the messages have been answered, after the work is finished, after the house becomes quiet and the demands of other people finally release us. But most of life is not lived in retreat. It is lived in kitchens, offices, crowded streets, family conversations, shops, and journeys home. Can the attention we discover in silence survive when we return to the noise? This is episode 10 of Rumi, 10 Doors into the Inner Life, the everyday mystic, carrying quiet into the market. Rumi was not a solitary poet hidden from ordinary responsibility. In Konya, he taught students, preached, answered religious and legal questions, received visitors, cared for a household, and participated in the life of a changing city. His spiritual language grew within relationships, obligations, interruptions, and public life. A later biographical tradition tells of Rumi passing through the market of Konya and hearing the rhythmic blows of a goldsmith's hammer. The goldsmith was Salah al-Din Zarkub, who would become one of Rumi's closest companions. According to the story, the repeated sound drew Rumi into turning. The workshop continued its labor, yet an ordinary noise had become an invitation to remembrance. We should receive this as a cherished spiritual story rather than a securely documented scene. Its meaning does not depend upon pretending that every detail can be historically proved. The story places awakening in the market, among trade, metal, repetition, and work. For Rumi, attention does not make the world disappear. It changes how the world is heard. The hammer remains a hammer. The market remains crowded. Yet the listener begins to recognize that even an ordinary rhythm may interrupt the ego's restless monologue. This is not an invitation to romanticize distraction, poverty, exhausting labor, or the pressures of city life. Quiet is not indifference. A person who becomes more attentive should also become more capable of recognizing injustice, fatigue, loneliness, and need. The everyday mystic does not escape responsibility through beautiful feelings. Inner stillness must become patience in conversation, honesty in work, restraint in anger, generosity at the table, and care for those whose lives touch our own. The market tests what silence has taught us. It asks whether we can remain present when someone is slow, when a plan changes, when we are misunderstood, or when no one notices the good we have done. We do not need to turn every daily act into a grand spiritual performance. Begin with one threshold. Before opening a message, entering a room, beginning a meal, or replying during a difficult conversation, pause for one complete breath. Remember that the person before you possesses an inner life you cannot fully see. Then do the next necessary thing with as much clarity and mercy as you can. Across this series, Rumi has led us through migration and encounter, emotion and longing, love and silence, grief, wonder, and death. But these doors were never meant to remove us from ordinary life. They return us to it with a different quality of attention. The deepest measure of this journey is not what we felt while listening. It is what becomes visible in the way we speak, forgive, work, wait, and care after the video ends. This is the final episode of Rumi, 10 Doors into the Inner Life. Thank you for walking through these 10 doors with us. If this series has offered you a place of reflection, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share the journey with someone who may need a little quiet today. You can also return to the complete playlist whenever you wish to begin again. The 10th door does not close behind us. it opens onto the life already waiting outside. May the quiet you have found here travel with you into the market, the home, and every ordinary place where love is waiting to become practice.